Hey everybody, Matt Williams Golf. Well, I've got something really exciting to share today and you are not gonna wanna miss this. I've got some groundbreaking new golf clubs that I think are gonna change the way the game is played and are gonna totally change the game. Now that's saying a lot because the two clubs I'm gonna be talking about is a wedge and a putter, and they are a set that comes together, if you can believe that. Now, if you know what I play a Scotty Cameron Newport 2 putter, which is a very, very good putter. And then in my wedges, 60 degree, 56, and 50, I've got the new TaylorMade MG2 wedges, and I absolutely love these wedges. So you can imagine, given how great those two clubs are, how groundbreaking these next two clubs that I'm about to show you and do a total review and test of, how good they must be if I'm willing to give them a look and maybe swap them out for what's in my bag. So let's check out these brand new wedge and putter set and take a look at them and see if they're really as good as advertised. Okay, so I won't keep you in suspense any longer. Let's take a look at the wedge and putter that is going to revolutionize golf that I'm going to be reviewing and testing out today. We'll start with the wedge set. It's the Little Tyke wedge and putter set from Little Tykes, and I won't lie, just taking them out of the box and taking a look at them, I was just so excited when they got here in the mail. These are gorgeous. These are just spectacular clubs, and I just am so excited to try them out and take them out on the golf course here. And we'll see if they perform as well as they actually look like they're going to perform. Only way to tell is to take them out and give them a proper test. So let's go ahead and go get to it. All right, well, we're gonna start with the wedge first. Just a couple observations on this. It's an interesting design, relatively short shaft, relatively thick grip. Now, something that should be noted is the grip and the shaft cannot be customized. So it comes in a standard setting that you're not going to be able to make any alterations to. Now that's kind of a downside on the club, but at the end of the day, it's all about performance. And if this club really performs, and it performs well for me, then I'm not going to really care. So, now another thing is, because it's standard and cannot be altered at all, I just ordered this right online. And so I wasn't custom fitted for this. So we'll have to see how the results play out, but I'm really, really excited to hit it. Another thing that I noticed is standing over the ball. Let me just get one here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the thicker part here. Standing over the ball, it does have a thicker top line, and you can also see that it has a reveal on both sides. That said, it's not really that distracting as you're standing over the ball. Really doesn't take away from how this club looks at address. It is a hair chunky, so I do wonder about my ability to really get under the ball. I suppose it's going to depend on the type of lie, which is why this is probably so specific to a situational scenario where you're going to want to pull out this club out of the bag and use this. But let's go ahead and give this a rip. All right, so one observation and thing I'll note here is I am using range balls, which is really going to make it hard to get you the really appropriate feel for distance and everything. So I can't help but wonder, if I was playing a different ball, if I'd be yielding a slightly different result. Also, you know, these mats probably aren't really as conducive to a wedge like this, as I'm finding it somewhat difficult to really get that ball up in the air. But I suppose if you're really just wanting to get a nice low runner with a little bit of touch on it, then this could be a really great wedge for you. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a couple of more swings and see if I can get this up in the air just a little bit better than I am right now. Oh yeah. Yeah, really got a hold of that one. Now I pulled it a little bit. Probably came in a little shallow, but yeah, that one really got up in the air and felt pretty nice. Let's do this again. Well, simply put, folks, I have to say that I am impressed. What a great club. Now, it does take some getting used to, but I think I'll have some more closing thoughts on it in just a few minutes, because what I want to do now is I really want to go and give that putter a good try, because remember, this comes in a 2-club set, so you're getting both clubs with this set. But I want to go give that putter a try, give it a few rolls on the green, and see if it performs as good or even better than this wedge right here. All right, so we're here now with the putter. Again, same thing, really no alterations to speak of possible with this. I suppose maybe could see if there's a way to put a custom grip on this, but otherwise it's pretty standard. Also, relatively short in length, but a pretty standard lie for sure. Now, one thing to note is it's really not an offset putter, and it is kind of chunky. Another thing I will note is there's not a top line on this to help you really line it up. So you really got to get pretty good at making sure that that putter is square to the target, because you don't have a line. Now, I suppose one thing that some golfers could do is they could probably color or paint a line onto the top of here to help them with alignment as they're standing over the ball. But let's see if this rolls it and performs as good as it looks. Here I've got about a 12-footer, little standard, slightly right to left putt. Oh yeah, well, I will tell you this right off the bat, very soft feel. Really enjoyed the feel of that putter. Really enjoyed that. I noticed though, because it's so soft, you have to hit it just a hair firmer though. Oh yeah. All right. All right, so from about this 15-foot range, we're gonna just try another one. Had 2 pretty decent putts. I would have been happy with those, could have tapped those in for par. But I really want a birdie here is kind of what I'm envisioning. So far, without a top line, it's not as hard to line this putter up as I thought it would be. But here I want to pick my spot here. Oh, just too firm. See, I'm getting a better sense and a better feel for this putter and making better contact, and I was way too firm on that one. So, all right, let's go to a different position on the green and give this a more thorough test. All right, well, this one here is certainly going to be more of a test. Got myself about a 25, close to 30-footer. I haven't paced this out here. It's going to be uphill, and I'm not 100% sure on this break. Wow, this almost breaks twice. I believe it starts to go to the left and comes back to the right at the end. So I'm going to go start out and testing this putter here and just go straight at the hole. Oh my goodness, did you guys see that? Just a touch firm, but that rolled right over the right edge. Very, very pleased with that effort from long range here. Let's take another. And just as I suspected, it was going right. That one was breaking slightly right at the end, so here we go. Oh, that's not gonna get there. Not gonna get there, but great read. great read. I'm gonna knock that one out of the way because I think that was the line I needed to be on. So folks, as I indicated before, I had some reservations or hesitations about how easy it was gonna be to get this putter lined up as you're standing over the ball, but boy, so far so good. It's really not going too bad here. Oh, get there. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh. Well, not that, okay, so it would have been nice in this review to hole the putt out, sure, which I didn't do. But so far, this putter is performing nicely. Let's give this one more test only on this one. Actually, I want to do two things. I want to do super crazy long, and then I want to do some just really nice little short, like a little 3-footer, and see how this performs. All right, folks, so as I indicated, I want to try some more long range putts. So I've gave myself about an 85-foot putt here. Now, I don't really, even with my Scotty Cameron, I don't hole a lot of these putts. So for me, the object obviously isn't here to hole this putt. If I hole it out, that's just kind of funny. It's about how close can I put this? I want to leave this in essence for a tap in for a nice par, right? And leave it really close, lag it really close. So how well can I lag putt with this putter? Okay, I think that just went out of the camera's view, but that wasn't a bad first effort. Oh boy, not bad. Oh, I pulled that one a bit and just didn't hit it. Yeah, not a good result on the third one. First two were actually pretty darn good and actually really close to going in. This third one, I pulled a little bit and really eased up off of it because I had gone a little bit long with my first two. So hey, that's not on the putter, that's on the golfer that's hitting that putter. So on the long 85-foot putts, I'd say it passed with flying colors. Now let's try the final test. That's the knee knockers, folks, the really close ones. Well, we all know this putt, right? It's the 3-footer that you absolutely have to have. And we all can get nervous a little bit standing over a putt like this. And it helps if you know you can have confidence in the putter that you're hitting. So let's go ahead and test 3 shots with this one. Oh, I kind of pushed that one a little bit. Yeah, all right. Just barely missed on one, made the other two, especially once I got a feel for it. So, you know, ideally, normally I want to be 100% on these 3-footers. That's 67%, but that being said, I hadn't really tried this yet at this range and this distance, and once I got a feel for it, I was able to sink the other two pretty confidently and just roll them right in. Pick up the ball, take my par, and move on to the next hole. So I would say this putter in all tests, in all phases, is doing really, really well. All right, well, test complete. What do I think of the Little Tikes wedge and putter set? Will they go in my bag? Will they change the game of golf? Well, I do believe they're gonna have an impact on the game of golf. I just am a big fan of these, and I thoroughly enjoyed playing them. They really were as good or better than advertised. How about looks? Let's check off some categories here. The looks. Well, I think they both look spectacular. I love this shade of blue. I love that they're very simple, right? They're not complicated clubs. They're very simple, but they're just very easy to look at on the eye. I just think they're absolutely gorgeous clubs. Or what about feel? Well, I'll be honest with you. The wedge just felt okay. Didn't feel bad, but it didn't feel amazing. It just felt okay. and would take some time to get used to. And it's a very situational type club, whereas the putter, on the other hand, felt amazing. This putter felt absolutely unbelievable. I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah. Who are these clubs designed for? Well, honestly, I do think they're designed for a younger golfer. I really do. Probably anywhere from 1 to 3 years old, maybe 4 years old. But really, I think at the end of the day, golf is such a subjective thing, right? If you felt comfortable hitting these clubs, then there's no reason that you shouldn't have them in your bag. And so I always hate to say that these are for a specific golfer. In fact, I've gotten criticized in the past for saying that, so I don't want to say that. But these really could be for any golfer of any level, and certainly any age as well. But I was really, really impressed with them. Now, here's the real big question. Will they land in my bag? Boy, that's a tough decision, because I am happy with my wedges and I am happy with my putter, my Scotty Cameron, but this putter felt amazing. This wedge would take some work and some tooling and getting used to. And unfortunately, you can't make any kind of custom alterations to either one of them, particularly this wedge. So if I were to put these in the bag, I think what I'd be inclined to do is actually separate the set. I think I would separate the wedge and put the putter in the bag. But I'm gonna have to give it more thought. I'm gonna have to give this a lot more testing and before I make that final decision. And until then, I'll stick with my TaylorMade MG2 wedges, and I'll stick with my Scotty Cameron Newport 2 putter. But boy, I thoroughly enjoyed reviewing these clubs. Guys, if you also enjoyed club reviews like this, make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you smash that like button. If you've given the Little Tyke set a try, then I really encourage you to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of the Little Tyke putter and wedge. If you hadn't, folks, they really aren't that expensive. They're a very affordable club. I really encourage you to maybe go out and buy some and give them a look and give them a try. But hopefully you found this helpful and something that might help you in your search for the perfect clubs to go in your bag. And until we do our next review, folks, again, this is Matt Williams, Matt Williams Golf. Thanks for watching.